UFC 314 is headed to South Beach. It won't be all glitz and glamour, but stars will be out. Don't miss any of the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. It promised to be another banger night of fights, especially the featherweight main event between two evenly matched fighters. First time, just picking something simple like a fighter to win and make your pick. It's that simple. And if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Step into the octagon with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, listen up, taxpayers. It's time for what you all really tuned in to listen to me for. Financial advice. Tax season, Boost Mobile wants you to turn your tax refund into 6 months of saving. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. That's like 6 times 2 divided by 1, carry the, a really good deal. They told me I should have been a tax accountant. Well, would you trust me with your money? Well, that's great news because I'm not done yet. Visit Boost Mobile store during tax season and enter to win up to $10,000 to double your refund. Or if you're really good at math and money stuff like me, pay off what you still owe. Okay, time to take my financial advisor hat off and put on my lawyer hat. Requires upfront payment, tax and fees extra, terms and exclusion apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer terms and sweeps details. And now I get back to my boring old day job. Head over to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your tax refund. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. The Lakers win, clinch a playoff spot, one more win in their final 3 games, and they are the number 3 seed. They win 112-97. Luka was very emotional, but guess what? He was able to control those emotions. 48 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. He was sensational. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite unk, Shannon Sharpe. My partner, Liberty City's own, Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your continued support, because without you, there could be no Nightcap, and we would not enjoy the level of success that we do. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. Now, if you cannot find it in a city or state near you, order it. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly, and please stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. Want to thank you again. We've been nominated for 6 Webby Awards. The Webby Awards: Shannon Sharpe, Best Entertainment Creator, Best Sports Creator, and Club Shay Shay, Best Creator/Influencer Series. Nightcap, Best Sports Show, Best Video Series, and Best Live Podcast Recording. I want to thank all of you guys. I've been nominated for an Emmy Award. Could not have done it without you. Got some stiff competition. I mean, we got some real stiff competition. But just the fact, I would love to win the award. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I wouldn't. But it goes to show you that your support, your continued watching all of my stuff, I greatly appreciate that, and it does not go unnoticed, not only by me, but by the voting who votes on these very prestigious awards. The link is in our bio. Please go vote. Voting ends April 17th. Go check out my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything is restocked. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are very limited, so once they're gone, they're gone. Please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour went on sale a couple of weeks ago. Our stops are Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, NYC, Chicago. We close it out on the road in Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. That link is also pinned in our chat. Guest lineup is starting to shape up real nice, so hurry up and get your tickets right now. We've got a special guest joining us. He's played a number of years on many different teams. You know him, known as a lockdown defender, but he was Mr. Basketball, if I'm not mistaken, in the state of Illinois. Averaged 33 points a game, but that's what he says. I mean, I ain't seen no tape. I ain't seen nobody, but that's what he said. And I got to take him at his word. He ain't never lied to me before. Never talked to him before either. But hey, first time to lie for everything. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Pat Bev. Pat Bev, what to do?
Thanks for having me, Mr. Ocho. Oh, good to see you, brother. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, listen.
You watched the game last. Go ahead. What you say, Ocho?
I appreciate you joining, man. Listen, I've always been a fan. You know, for many years, man. I hadn't had a chance to actually get a chance to sit down and talk to you. We were supposed to meet up and talk not too long ago at one of the games, but we were interrupted. So I'm glad to have you on the show.
You was at a game, somebody on the other team.
With the Philly game.
Philly game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to chop it up then. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, definitely.
I'm a big fan of the show.
Thank you.
I mean, it's first off, it's it's inspirational. You know, before we even start the show, just all the ads that you read off that you were part of, to be able to do it. No, for real, because if you know, you know. But to be able to do it with football, to translate that to me without demising yourself with you continue being you, that's a big accomplishment. So that's impressive.
Pat Bev, I think our listeners and our viewers, they know when we first started this, Ocho and I didn't have any ads. And Ocho was getting upset. I said, you know what, Ocho? We're not going to complain about it. We're going to be so good, they're going to have no choice but to come. I say, we know we do what we do. We do what we're good at. We become great at what we're good at. And they're going to have to come because the people that watch us, the people that listen to us, they're going to leave them no choice. And slowly but surely, we kept building. Ocho and I, we just got better and better. We gave the people what they were looking for. We talk about sports, but the stories is what captivated the people. And so it's not an easy process. People think that you just have a camera and a microphone and everything is okay. It's not quite that simple. And I think people that starting or trying to get into this business understand there's a lot of work. There's a lot of foundation that has to be laid and cemented before you can start to grow it. But it couldn't be, and that's why I always thank our fans. Before we start the show and before we end the show, I always thank the fans because it's because of them. You see Ocho got that big old sign. Boost Mobile saw the work that we was doing and the views and the mentions and the likes that we were generating, and they thought it was a great combination, and so do we. So we thank all of our sponsors and advertisers and companies that have signed on that believe in not only Nightcap, but Club Shay Shay and everything under the Shay Shay Media. So we greatly appreciate that. Pat Bev, tonight, the Lakers win 112-97. You've been in the NBA a very long time, and you've seen a lot of tributes when guys return. I don't know if I've ever seen a tribute where the guy was as emotional as Luka Doncic was. He was literally crying on the sideline, which lets me know he was probably more invested in Dallas than Dallas was invested in him because they chose to move on for a guy that's giving you 28, 8, and 8 over career and averaging 32 in the playoffs. But were you surprised at how emotional he was and how he was able to channel those emotions and go out and do what he did?
So you as an athlete, like, you know how it is when you first get drafted to a team and you've had failure and you've had success there. Like, you were able to get something, you were able to build something, right? Especially us as athletes, whatever the role may be.
Yep.
Him getting emotional may be surprising to a lot of people, but when you're forced to leave and you're not ready to leave, a lot of fans don't know how that feels. Right? To getting so close, right? To getting so close to, man, almost won a championship. We're one piece away, two pieces away from a championship. To get that close and to turn around and be blindsided, you right? You know, like I think it's the smoke there with the communication part, right? I think that was the most like, man, I did everything you guys wanted me to do. You guys couldn't tell me. You feel me? So mixed with all that, I mean, the emotion is bound to come out. But hey, listen, he was emotional before the game and he was emotional in the game. Belt, belt, belt.
Yeah.
Ocho, you know, Ocho Pat Bev, me and Ocho talk a lot. It's kind of like a relationship. The relationship is most hurtful to the person that doesn't want to leave the relationship. See, if you're ready to get out of a relationship, ain't no skin off your back, you're ready to bounce. But when you're not ready to let said individual, be the man or the woman, it's hard. And you like, what can I do? Well, in a situation like this, because Luka, as you mentioned, they blindsided him. It wasn't nothing Luka can do because the trade had already gone through. So now, you know, a lot of times in a relationship, well, hey, I'll do this. I'll be better. I won't go out as much with the boys. I'll do this. I'll do that. So it hurts the individual that doesn't want to leave the relationship. But to see him that emotional, Pat Bev, it tells me he did not want to leave, even though he was going to the Lakers, which is one of the probably the most storied franchise, Boston and the Knicks, the most storied franchises in the NBA. Even though he was going there, he's like, bro, this is my home. I think he had just built closed on a $15 million pad or something out there in Dallas. Yeah. He didn't want to leave. And all of a sudden, y'all come up with all these reasons. I don't care what it was. Bro, do y'all see the numbers? I just took you to the NBA Finals. 2 years ago, we was in the Western Conference Finals. And this is what you think of me?
It's only a couple people, and I don't think people understand this, huh? And Mr. Ochocinco, it's only a couple people that average 32 points in the playoffs.
Right.
And one of them didn't have no hair on his head. It's only a couple of those.
Yeah. And so you know what, Pat, you know what that
like you gotta
listen, you know what that tells me, Pat, and I've said it before. If this was a crime, if this trade and Anthony Davis leaving the Lakers and going to Dallas and Luka coming to the Lakers, if this was a crime, whoever's responsible for it would get life in jail. That's how bad this trade was. That's how bad it was. It's ridiculous for Luka to go out there tonight to have that tribute, to have him cry and be emotional, then to have 31 at the half and finish the game with what, 48? He finished with 48, huh?
I think he had 45.
The finish was 45.
45, 8 and 6 with 4 steals.
That's ridiculous. And then every time he touched the ball, you playing in Dallas and everybody cheering. Then you got the chance going on, and then you got the chance about insulting. Not the
fire Nico.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. And it's criminal the fact that this even went through for a player of that caliber, just based on some personal thing that they didn't see fit and giving him the type of money he was going to get in a year or two.
See, I like to look at it like this, right? We've all seen the stories of when a player leaves and you see fans burning jerseys, right?
Yeah.
You see fans. You got to put security outside. To be an athlete and to see the opposite of that, to see the fans gather together around the athlete, right, and kind of go at the top management, it's refreshing. Right. You feel me? I wouldn't say it's fair. I just say it's refreshing.
This is what's being reported. According to Tim McMahon of ESPN, team sources have said trading Luka will likely cost the team 9 figures, hundreds of millions of dollars over the next few years. This season, the Mavericks are expected to lose millions due to the dwindling crowds, plummeting merchandise sales, and sponsors severing ties with the franchise in the wake of the trade. Numerous fans have canceled their season tickets, and the Mavericks appear no closer to making amends with the fan base than they have deeply hurt this season.
Well, it's impossible to repair that in a month.
Because you can't get him back.
It's impossible.
You can't get it back because you got to think about it. This is the biggest trade because we've never seen a guy this young, this talented, that didn't ask to be traded to get traded. Kareem asked to get traded. Shaq left. There have been other guys. LeBron moved, KD moved, but to trade a guy at 26, averaging 28, 8 and 8, averaging 32 in the playoffs, and you moving. We've never seen anything like this, and we might not ever see it again, because normally these guys like Luka and LeBron and Steph and the greats, Magic and Bird and Kareem and Jordan, they don't come along. But once every 15, 20 years, you got him. You got him. The thing what makes it so incredible, Pat Bev, is that you got him under contract, and he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Listen, hey, Pat, you might know better than me. Your eyes and your ears are still to the NBA. And do you know if what Luka was doing away from the court, away from the game of basketball, because the issue definitely had nothing to do with him, what he was doing on the court, was what he was doing off the court really that bad to justify them moving him? A player of this magnitude that you just said averaged 32 in the playoffs, and there's only a few people that have been able to do that. What he was doing, was it that bad to really say, you know what, we're gonna move on from him and send him to the Lakers and not tell anybody and just deal with the ramifications on the back end?
So you have to understand. So I spent some time in Europe, and I was able to deal with some really good Europeans, right? And I dealt with a guy named Milos Teodosic. Milos Teodosic, he had to have a couple cigarettes in his mouth after the game, but that's just how he relaxed, right? Right. That was his Euro step, right? Everybody got something, right? Everybody got something. So that was his something. I don't know if it was similar to any of that. Obviously, we seen the video. He drinking a cold one after a big win with his pops. Somebody comes over, Mike Finley comes over, take beer out of his hand. You know, we hear things about overweight. We hear things about, okay, he keeps getting hurt because he drinks. Like, we hear it.
Smoking hookah.
Right. We hear those things, but you really don't see them, right? You don't see them. It's just you hear them. So, like, if you can do all of that and that doesn't affect your play, and you still showing up, people forget, not only does he show up, he shows up at the biggest lights there is every single time. Every single time. Like tonight.
Yeah.
And it's only, and y'all know, right? Y'all been to Pro Bowls, y'all been in the spotlight, y'all know how it is to get that catch, you see that light on you run until you can't run no more, right? He's doing all that right in front of our eyes. 26 years old, generational talent. You let go.
Yes.
You let go. I don't know.
I don't think, you know what? Me personally, I think we use the term generational, but he's a transcendent talent. Transcendent. Magic, Jordan, Kareem, LeBron, the guys that we're going to be talking about for 2 generations. So our kids going to be talking about this like, hold on, wait a minute. I mean, the guy had a 60 point, 20 rebound, a 10 assist game.
Gives you Dragan Petrovic.
He got what? Yeah, how many? Like, he's got like what, 40 point games now? It's crazy how great he is. I was telling Ocho Pat Bev, when I first got in the league, guys used to smoke all the times. I saw Greg Town with the Raiders at halftime. He outside sitting on his helmet smoking a cigarette. I'm like, is this really happening?
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, there are guys on our team that would, hey, we get a break, they go to the truck and smoke a cigarette. Or, right, hey, they go fired up. It didn't bother me because they's at the front of the line. We doing wind sprints, they in first. So, hell, I'm thinking I need to start smoking so I can keep up with their ass.
Hey, I tell you, listen, I tell you what, based on the Lakers' performance tonight, somewhat of a pressure situation. I wouldn't really call it a playoff atmosphere. But I can tell you this, Pat. We got Beverly Hills. We got Beverly Center. We got Pat Beverley.
You know, Pat, no. Jason Kidd, Billy the Kid. Y'all saw what Luka did?
Hey, and see, y'all gotta understand. I played against him, right?
Yeah.
I got trophies at home. A first team, 2 second teams. I don't just got 1 trophy. I got a couple of them. I guarded him in the playoffs.
Oh, when you was with the Clippers.
Listen, when I tell you, and I guarded all of them. You know, I done guarded from Steph Curry's to Kyrie's to LeBron James to me trying to guard Jokic in the post. KD. I didn't try to guard everybody. He was different. It's his skill mixed with his ability to put the ball in a basket at a high rate mixed with elite IQ. Mm-hmm. If this work, I'm gonna keep doing it till it don't work.
Right.
I'm not about to.
And you can't.
I'm not about to dribble in front of you, Pat. I'm gonna post you all day long.
I saw you guys when he was with the Clippers early in his career. Y'all had elite defenders. You, PG, Kawhi, and he's still dropping 30 and 4. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I mean, Kawhi is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's an All-NBA defender. PG, All-NBA defender. Pat Bev told you his accolades, and he got 3. He's like, hey, okay, Pat, send me PG. PG, you better go get Kawhi.
It was nothing we could do. It was absolutely nothing we can do. It got to a point halfway through the series, we say, you know what? Scratch it. Just let them score 50. We just go see if anybody else can beat us.
They deal with everybody else, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was trouble. Nah, like you say, he's a different talent. He's a different talent. And JJ Redick, I don't think he gets enough credit. I don't think JJ Redick gets enough credit. The Lakers spacing throughout the entire system has to be probably some of the best spacing we done seen this season.
Yeah.
They have 3 really good ball handlers and creators. And I'm adding Austin Reeves to that. They can say what they
Yes.
I'm adding Austin Reeves to that. Boy can hoop.
Yeah.
What's that game?
They be sleeping on it. They look at it because he white, Pat Bev, and think he can't.
Yeah, and that's how you get killed. And I know y'all know it was one defender that probably guarded y'all or one wide receiver that y'all seen in practice that was like, hey, man, hold on. He different.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? When watching Luka as well, when you think about all the superstars, when you watch the Kobe's, the Michael Jordans, there's something flashy about their game. There's something flashy about their game. And you can see it, whether it be the skill set. But when I watch Luka, it almost seems as if he's moving in slow motion. When you look at it from TV, it's like, well, that looks so easy. That move is so easy. It's not flashy, but every goddamn thing he does is effective. And it goes in half the damn time.
Yeah. I think the thing is what you talk about, when you talk about those guys, Pat Bev, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you talk about the elite, the one thing they had was supreme athleticism. We see Luka now, we see Jokic, and you're like, I know right now with 2 repaired hips and a bad knee, I cannot jump Luka and Jokic. I bet you my vert higher than both of those. But I tell you what, you're not going to speed them up. They're going to go at their pace, and as Pat Bev said, they know how to put the ball in the basket at a supreme level over and over and over again. And because they can pass, wherever you bring the double team from, they know where that man that left to come double him, they know where he is on the court. So now they can snap pass it. You see Luka do this all the time. He go and he passes it behind his head because he knows there's a guy over there. Or he'll clear cross court. And when you got him, you got LeBron, high IQ, and you got Austin Reeves, as Pat Bev said, that can handle the ball and can pass out of Austin Reeves, not get the third defender. Your third best defender got to guard Austin Reeves. Because your 2 best defenders, one better take Luka and the other take LeBron. And you hope and pray they have an off night. Because if they don't, you got nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The defending off the bench from the wing position is really good. Their ability to generate great shots. Not I'm a dribble 15 times and I'm a shoot a step back, right? You might see that from Luka from time to time, but their ability to get the paint by posting, by playing without dribbling is probably lost himself.
Pat, your Wi-Fi glitching. I want to read this. The Mavs tried to line up sponsorship deals with a few of Luka brand partners for tonight's game, but Luka's camp rejected the idea. Team sources told ESPN that the Mavs had also lined up a lucrative sponsorship deals for Wednesday's game with multiple companies that Doncic endorses, but those deals fell apart after Doncic's camp declined to give his blessing. Pointing noted that he now plays for the Lakers. I mean, you got you got some 8-figure deal, and Luke said, "Nah, I'm good." Hey, Pat Bev, I don't give a damn how mad I am. You mean to tell me you got 8 figures for your boy? Let me get at that. I'm getting all 10 deals, all deals that start with 10 and go up.
I got to have that.
I mean,
I got to have that.
Gotta have that. Gotta have that. Definitely gotta have that.
Yeah, but these are the type of deals that can set you back for a long period of time. Now, I think they're going to be okay. Okay, you got to think about it now. Without Kyrie, now you get Kyrie back, who's a supreme scorer, who will be unbelievable with AD in the pick and roll. I think they're going to be okay. I think they're going to be okay, Pat. I really do.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Luka, man,
I just from a standpoint of like okay, we see the trade, we hear the fire Nico, but we, in his defense, right? Because everybody had a day, right? Everybody had a day. In his defense, how does this look 5 years from now, right? How does this look 5 years from now? Like, we seen how it looked before Kyrie got hurt. Before Kyrie got hurt, they didn't lose a game, right? So, I mean, so it was just bad timing. It was a lot of bad luck and a lot of bad timing with that. You know, the trade happens and damn near the whole team go down. You know, so but we got it. Everybody got their day.
Let's see 2 to 3. The question is, are they going to give Nico? Because look, people keep blaming Nico. Pat Bev, you know this. A deal of this magnitude, you going all the way to the top. This is what we got. Now, this year or next year, we're going to have to give this man a supermax contract, which is 5 years, $345 million.
We give it to him expeditiously.
See,
I agree. You. AD is going to want a 3-year deal at a supermax number at 193, maybe 200
you wait
million.
1 second. We got to take care of something over here first.
Okay.
Because at a time, AD was taken care of first, and somebody else had to wait.
Right.
Correct.
So that's the pecking order. You feel me? We ain't done.
And you got Kyrie coming up too.
Okay. Well, at the Luka, Kyrie, we go get to you. AD, we go get to you after that.
Wow.
We talk about pecking order though. This is if all of us as GMs, I believe that'd be the pecking order.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't getting rid of Luka.
Yeah, exact same way. If all of us was GMs, Luka would still be in Dallas.
I'm talking about we'll be trying to decide what new blue we go wear on our jerseys.
Look here. If I got Luka, he could come in with a keg. I'll put his ass in the game. Hey, as a matter of fact, he want to smoke. Well, you can't smoke in the building. But I was like, hey, I'm going to have a designated area. Hey, Luka, go get you a couple of pull. Hey, get a man a vaping pen or something.
Pen, and I'm going to have some beer waiting for him after every game. What beer you want?
Yeah, man.
But we still got time to see. We got to see how Nico, you know, he pulled this off. He might pull something else out of the sleeve. So you got to everybody got their day. So he going to have his day.
Yeah.
Pat, as I mentioned earlier, if the Lakers win one more of their final 3 games, they get the number 3 seed. In a scenario, what would be the worst first-round matchup for the Lakers? Would it be the Clippers? Would it be the Warriors? Would it be the Nuggets? Would it be the Grizzlies? Or Minnesota? Who do you think the worst-case scenario matchup for them would be?
It was different from a long time. It was different. I felt like the older LeBron got, the younger the league got, and everybody just kept picking on the Lakers, right? Taking advantage of the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie, this might be one of the, because you get that team in the playoffs. It ain't about schemes, it ain't about plays. It's all about size. It's all about matchups.
Right.
Yep. Half court
It's
set.
all about size and matchups. Who can generate the most points half court? What the Lakers can do with that team, with that coach, with those 3 ball handlers, I think they are mismatched for everybody in the West. No one in the West can guard Luka. No one. We've seen it. We've seen it.
No.
Like we've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it. In Phoenix, when they got them out of there, we've seen it. Like okay, come on, Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, come you player of the year. Oh, y'all young too. All right, come in. Let me holler at you. We've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We saw what he did to OKC
We've
last
seen
year.
it. Right. Like, it ain't like it's a surprise. Like we actually watched it on TV. Like, damn, Luka done gave him 30 again. Like we've seen it. So like, I think the Lakers might be that. I think the Lakers are that team. I think they're bad. No one wants to see the Lakers.
Hold on now, Pat. Now listen, I've heard many discrepancies when it comes to the Lakers about them not having a big. Do you not see or worry about them not having a big when they face certain teams, especially the teams that Unc named, and only being able to go small? And when they do have to go big, LeBron sometimes having to go down to the 5, Jackson Hayes not playing as many minutes at the 5, and sometimes being in foul trouble.
So my thing is this: LeBron is naturally, at the age he is and how his body is made up, he's naturally a 4-5-ish type anyway right now, right? Because the league is changing, right? Not because of skill set, because the league is changing, right? He can be the backup 4, he can be the backup 5 on any really good team, right? My thing is, it's ways to defend the rim without having a shot blocker. If you tighten those gaps up and you make these teams shoot threes, ball don't get in the paint. If you got these defenders like Rui, and Rui was great tonight too, by the way. He was phenomenal.
He was
phenomenal. You talk about Finney Smith Jr., you talk about Vanderbilt, right? You talk about these wings. They all look the same size. They all dive on the floor. They all got a little muscle and a little gristle to them, right? You talk about these guys, you don't need rim protection. If they can't get to the paint, you don't need rim protection.
Okay.
And the thing is, you're going to get great in the half court. You're going to get great shots. Because eventually, and you saw this tonight, you saw this against OKC, you see this a lot. They're gonna blitz Luka. They're gonna make him give it up. If you don't, he's gonna punish you. There's not a defender that can deal with Luka one-on-one. You gotta make him give it up. And you'll find out early on how soon you're gonna have to make him give it up. Because he's gonna test you, because he's gonna shoot a couple of step backs early to see if he can feel it. Now, when you defend that, now he's gonna get by you, he's gonna stop, you're gonna rear end him, and he's gonna blitz and one. So soon you'll start blitzing him, making him give it up. But he's giving the ball up to LeBron James. He's giving the ball up to Austin Reeves. Let that sink in. For the first time, LeBron James is going to go into a playoff series, and he's the second best player on his team. It took it 22 years for it to happen, Pat Bev. But now he's the second best player on the team.
That's not because LeBron is a lack of talent or anything, right? Right? That's not because of that. That's just because they have some other really good playmaking creators over there. Right. Luka and people don't understand when it comes to basketball, like spacing, and especially in the playoffs, spacing and rebounding are probably the 2 most incredible things that you have to do. Rebounding, like I break it down in football terms. You get hand on that ball get loose. You can't drop ball, you can't fumble ball. Not this game. Not this game. You could get away with it. I don't care how you do get away with it, but this game you can't do it. Rebounding is exactly the same way. So if you double teaming Luka, right, you got 2 guys on him. He passes out to a guy who misses a 3. Now you're rebounding the shot, right? That's the give you get from trapping. Okay, you guys might trap. You might have to shoot a shot that a guy can't shoot, but we go get a good rebound now because y'all spacing that stuff, right? Those who know basketball.
That's what the Warriors do. See, people think because the Warriors are small, they can't rebound it. Well, if you're just playing conventional basketball, you would be absolutely correct. But because they shoot the 3, and now you're scrambling because they swing the ball and you're trying to run somebody off, you're out of position. The ball goes up, now you're scrambling. Now Moody, Pod, Draymond, Moody, all those guys are getting rebounds, and you're like, well, damn, how this little ass team out-rebounded us by 10? You look up, you're like, damn, we got out rebounded by this small ass team. Yes. And because, like you said, they got 3 guys that can pass. And the thing is, if the Lakers, look, normally when the bench gives them like 20 points, the Lakers are hell to beat. Because you know you're going to get at least somewhere between 75 and maybe 90 from the big three. You're going to get that.
Yeah, agreed.
If you get 20, they're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be hard to beat. And really, if you go back and look at the West, the only one team that has a big that can punish the Lakers, and that's Yoke. That's it. I'm not worried about Hardenstein. I'm not worried about Chet. I'm not worried about anybody big in the West other than Yoke. The question is, the problem with Denver is that seems like when Jamal Murray get to the playoffs, he's like, oh, I'm supposed to be Magic Johnson. I'm supposed to be one of these all-time historic great guards, and he goes crazy, especially against the Lakers.
Yeah, but I think this year though, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this year, y'all know we all athletes, like we all have done it. I don't care how good your team is. If there's any type of dark cloud, any type of negative energy, right? You lose a coach. It takes a lot of more energy to be focused on, okay, let's win a championship, right? A famous coach, Doc Rivers, told me, he say, Pat, I do basic stuff because I want my players to understand. The better they understand, the better they can not be players and just be athletes, right? So you got this guy firing, you hearing the new voice now. You guys know the new voice don't sound like, they don't sound like coach. I can't run up to him and, hey, coach, check it out. I see an opening right here. Like, it's just different. So that takes time, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Denver was out of their first round. I ain't gonna lie to you.
First round?
First round, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, with that going around, I mean, that's just how that's how the sports gods are, right? You know, you disrespect the game, you fire a coach like that in the playoffs. This ain't a Cinderella story. They ain't just go beat everybody. Like, they're gonna be put to test. They're gonna be put to test.
Dang.
You mentioned head coach Mike Malone and the general manager, Calvin Booth, were terminated. ESPN reported that the tension had been brewing between Booth and Malone for quite some time, so much so that the source described it as a Cold War. Denver had lost 4 straight and was just 11-13 since the All-Star break. Players such as Yoke have displayed frustration on the sideline. Vibes have been low, according to a source. There's another report that said Westbrook's minutes were a part of the rift. It reported that Booth was questioning, bro, why are you playing Westbrook when you should be playing, I forget the younger guy's name. What's his name, Pat?
Pickett.
Yep, that's it. And so you look at Yoke, he's giving you 45, 13, and 10, and they lost all 3. He gave you a 60-point triple-double, a 40-point triple-double, and he was an assist short of a triple-double on the 38-point game. So he gave you 45, 13, and 10 over a 3-game span, and they lost all 3 games.
So my thing is this. It goes back to what we was talking about Dallas, right? I don't think this is a problem that was just been brewing this year. I think the problem was lost after they won the championship and they didn't pay Bruce Brown, right? You lose your I wouldn't say he was
a defensive
wing guy. I wouldn't
say
he was the heart and soul, but you lose a little grit, right? When things
get
hard, you need a little bit more grit. Okay, cool.
Right.
They was able to sustain that, right? Then the following year, they came up short. They lost to Minnesota. And actually, the year before, Bruce Brown had a stellar, he got paid off that Minnesota series. Then coming in free agency, you lose Caldwell Pope, right? You talk about now you done lost. And as a team, you need the locker room. The locker room is the most important, right? The culture is the most important. And the ability to win games and the real games is not based on the star players. It's based off the culture of your team. That's what makes the role, right? Yep. So you lose these 2 guys, right? You try to fill a void with Chris Bron. You try to fill a void with Watson. You try with these young guys, Pickett, right? And then you want to go get Russ, right? You're surprised it doesn't work now. And now you have to point blame at somebody. You talking about they beat us 3-1 in the bubble. We were supposed to play that team we had, we were supposed to be the one to come out. Yeah.
Lakers, y'all had a 3-1.
They beat us 3-1. So I'm able to see this team up close and personal. I'm able to see this coach up close and personal, right? Elite coach. I honestly think he overachieved in Denver. Overachieved. And to be able to come down there and implement your system, right? Have a 2-time MVP that's selfless. Usually the MVPs are, no, give me the rock. I'm shooting a fadeaway. I'm doing this. I'm talking about a selfless MVP, right? and you don't make the moves you're supposed to make in free agency, and you wonder why your team is not the same team. It baffles me. It actually baffles me.
Pat, I was wondering, did you hear what James Harden said? The reason why they're having success? He says, he said personnel. He said personnel. There's only two guys that's not there. And I don't know what he was trying. What was he trying to say? Because he said the only thing is personnel.
Yeah.
I don't need to say anything
else. His
thing
was like everyone knows their roles, right? And as a as a player who's, I didn't have a cup of tea. I spent 12, 13 years in the NBA, right? So like knowing your role, and for me to be, the ultimate role player, right? Knowing your role helps everybody else out around you, right? Not only do you know your role now, you can thrive in your role.
Correct.
Right? Okay, cool. I know my role on this team is to screens, rebound, and if I get it, I get it in the corner, I'm gonna shoot it. That's my role. I'm gonna stay in my role. Now I'm gonna thrive in my role, right? He had guys over there. Obviously, the Paul George, we can name the Paul George, the Russell Westbrook, the PJ Tucker. Remember, PJ Tucker was Bones Highland also. Remember, they went through that whole debacle with Ty Lue. They were arguing. They were, one part of the team here. Can't forget those guys also. All that mixed together, again, talked about. It's hard to win games like that, man. You got so much bad going around. You can't basketball. How?
Because you got James Harden. Look, it seems to be like James
hard to
Harden
focus on basketball.
James Harden. Kawhi's back healthy. Zubats is playing unbelievable. Magic, my guy. I love Magic. Magic was out his mind for trading Mike Muscala for Zubats. Can you imagine Zubats with LeBron and Luka?
Mm-hmm.
Or Zubats with AD and Bron? Because now Luka, now AD could have slid to the 4 like he wanted to play. Leave Zub at the 5. Can you imagine what that would? I don't even. Let's not talk about things that.
I was there when we traded for Big Zub. I was there. Hey man, Pat, we getting this big center in. I mean, where you from, man? Tell me he from overseas, Pat, man. I bring him in. Big Zub, man, had a box haircut. Yeah, I got him right, huh? Hey man, no, put some swag on you, man. Yeah, unbutton your shirt, stick your chest out. I got Zub right. Top 4 center in the NBA right now.
He played like it. I mean, he's had a 30-20 game, a 20-20 game. Zub is playing. And guess what? He can get his points, and you don't run not one play for it. Not one. They don't say, hey, Zub, go down there. What hand you want on? You want it left? Get on the right block. I'm going to throw it here. Go down to the left. I'm going to throw it there. All he does, hey, James Harden, lay off. Oh, he get it off the rim, put it back. I'm not running anything for him. So now I get James Harden, do what you do. Kawhi, do what you do. Like you said, know your role. Ocho knew every game. I'm number 1 receiver. I'm going to get my catches. I'm going to get my 10 targets. Now Ocho ain't got to think. Hold on. I ain't got but 1 target. Okay, the next 3 quarters, I'm going to get at least 3 a quarter. Maybe 4. So when you know your role, like you said, Pat, when you know your role, you can thrive. And the simpler you keep it, you don't have to think, I can just let my athletic ability take over. I take my athletic ability over anybody I'm playing against.
And that's with anything, right? That's with life, right? And the minute you start to merge to the left lane, you know that ain't your lanes. You start to hit that little gravel. No, stay in your lane, young man. You try to merge in the right lane, you hear that horn. No, man, somebody behind you real quick. Stay in your lane, man. You stay in your lane, good things happen. Good things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Rajon Rondo recently said he holds no hard feelings towards Ray Allen and wasn't responsible for not inviting Ray to the Celtics reunions. Pat, Ocho, will KG and Truth, Paul Pierce, will they ever bear the hatchet? Is this thing going to ever go away? You won a championship. What's going on, Pat?
I don't think so. Right? I don't know personally what went down in that locker room when that happened. Right? So I and it's just speaking off just being a basketball player. I think it's deep. I think it's deeper than what people saying. I think it's a little bit more to it. It has to be. It has to be.
Damn.
It has to be. Not you know, to hold a grudge that long at that age, right? You can be young to hold a grudge,
Yeah.
but to be you talking about in your 40s now. You feel me? Like, you feel me? It has to be something more.
Yeah.
And you won a championship. It wasn't like y'all got close and he left when y'all was on the cusp. You had won a championship. You had been to another. And, you know, I mean, come on now. You give a choice. Let's see. You going to stay there and play with Ticket and Truth and Rondo, or you going to go play with D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron?
Yeah, I'm going to go play with
I'm giving you a choice, Pat Bev.
Yeah, I'm going to go play with D-Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh.
Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
When I think about it,
I mean, think of the looks he going to get.
You heard me?
Ocho, you was down there in Miami. So you know, think about, you got LeBron, and that was LeBron at his apex.
Oh, yeah.
That was at him a crescendo. You got D-Wade slashing. You got Chris Bosh, who sacrificed the most because Chris Bosh was a 20-10 guy. People don't realize, Pat Bev, how great Chris Bosh was when he was in Toronto.
He was, hey, you know, I got drafted to the Heat.
Oh, did you?
My rookie year was LeBron James. Rookie year. Hey, Chris Bosh was the second best skilled player on the team. The stuff he was doing in practice. And okay, you can ask Udonis Haslam, Juwan Howard, Jamal McGlory. I'm not Jamal, Big Cat, the guy, one of the coaches in Toronto. I forgot his name. You can go down the list for the guys that was there. What he was doing to people in practice, I haven't seen a 4-man ever do that to nobody. Nobody. He was destroying people in practice every single day. Every day. I'm a rookie, I'm looking at Mike Miller. I'm looking at Carlos Arroyo pulling up in red Ferraris and LeBron James. He 270, and I'm looking at D-Wade. I'm rookie. I'm in there like, oh, okay. That's what it is, right? So yeah, I seen that up close and personal. And I seen the preparation with that up close and personal. Man was in the weight room before everybody, Chris Bosh. It's sad that what happened to him. It's sad. It's sad. Like, he's supposed to go, like, he's supposed to do more. You're supposed to hear like more stories. Like, yeah, he hit a game winner in the championship. He's a 4-time champion. He's one of those guys. Elite talent.
Hey, Unc, I think it is personal too, Unc. When you think about it, what Rajon said, obviously him not being responsible for inviting Bray, I think it's more than just basketball. You know, it's something we don't know about, and it makes me think about the movie Life. When Martin and Eddie got into it, and it was personal for years, and they didn't speak at all. It's like that kind of level. Like, well, damn, you can really do that to us after all we've been through, and you gonna go play with the enemy?
And then win chip.
And then when
the reason they won the chip.
But listen, I'm
hit the shot heard around the world.
I don't want to hear it. I'm Ray Allen. I'm Jesus Shuttleworth. I don't want to hear it.
They taking that personal, boy.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it's. I mean, it's what it's been 15 years. It's been what 12, 13 years. Man, it's time to move. You're closer to the end than the beginning. You only got so many more trips around the sun now. I mean, I hope y'all don't think y'all got. I don't know how old Paul Pierce and Ticket is. They, like you said, Pat, they're in their 40s.
I say my dog Paul.
You got your best years, your absolute best years are behind you. To have a petty beef because someone left, okay, I guess people should feel bad for Ticket leaving Minnesota. They should feel bad for a Truth leaving Boston. But nobody hold that against him because you went to a situation that you felt was best for you. At the end of the day, guys don't owe guys anything. I got to do what's in the best interest for me. I'm a business. I'm an entity. I mean, you think Google making decisions based on what Microsoft doing? Or what, Microsoft is Oracle or NVIDIA? No. I'm a business. I got to make the decision that's best for me. And I believe if the money is comparable, money's going to be better because they ain't got no state taxes in Florida. And I'm playing with LeBron. I'm playing with D-Wade. And I'm playing with
and I'm a grown I'm a grown-ass man. I can make my own decisions.
Oh, yeah.
I got kids.
What'd you say, Ocho?
You ain't hear Monk?
Somebody might. Is it only me? Because I can't hear Ocho or Pat
we
Bev.
can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, Monk.
I can hear Ocho too.
I can't hear them.
Ocho, I can hear you. You can hear me, Ocho?
Yeah, I hear you clear.
Y'all I can't hear you right now because I don't have my ears in.
It's all right.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh, you can't hear.
He can't hear. That's what happened when you talking about age. See what happened when you get old, you stop hearing.
Yeah. I know y'all talking ish, but that's okay. y'all laughing too hard not to be talking.
Hey, man got good sense, don't he? Man got good sense, don't he?
Yeah, y'all up there kiki and Ocho falling all out of his chair. Pat Bev standing on his head. Like, yeah, y'all talking. I know.
He still can't hear us?
He can't hear.
I hear you now.
Okay, what's up, What's up,
No, I know what's up, What the hell you mean? What's up, Hey, chat. You know how you walk in the room and everybody be quiet? Like, hey, man, how you doing? Well, you've been talking about me for the last 30 minutes, talking about how I'm doing.
No, I told him, and the decision he can make it because he's a grown ass man. I'm not entitled to tell y'all what to do and not to do. I'm Ray Allen.
Yeah. And he was Ray Allen before he got y'all. They make it seem like Ray Allen was not Ray Allen. Do they remember Ray Allen in Milwaukee? Do they remember Ray Allen in Seattle?
Jesus Shutterworth.
Ray Allen
His name was Jesus. The first black man named Jesus.
I don't think people realize that. People don't realize how. Hey, he turned into a 3-point shooter, but Ray was going to the rack dunking on folks.
His role changed, and he knew his role.
Yes. Ray was giving folks that
He was
business.
legit.
All right, Pat. I'm gonna need your expertise on this one. Ja threw a grenade at the crowd the other night. He can't he can't do that anymore. He can't do. Pat, if you was in the locker room with Ja, what would you sit down and talk to the young brother? What would you tell him?
I wouldn't try to, right? Because I was in the locker room with Anthony Edwards too, right? So my job in the locker room is, man, look, I ain't here trying to be your daddy, but I'm gonna try to be a brother. You feel me? You know these folks on you, right? You hot right now. You just got out.
Yep.
You just got out.
Yeah, you got to check in every so often.
Stay off that corner. Them folks, they looking for you.
Yeah.
Calm down. Tread lightly. Just do that for about 6 months. Them folks go give you everything you want. You can keep it moving. Oh, not him.
I mean, and a lot of times, Pat, we hear people that's not in that position. Let that man be him. Let that man live his life. Well, that's why you're not in that position. Because I don't care what anybody says. There are certain things that you have to do, no matter who you are or how big you are. It is what it is.
My thing is, I hope it's not going to be a lingering thing. That's my thing. I hope it don't get to a point where we told you so. You feel me? They did it to Allen Iverson. Right? They did it to Allen Iverson. You talking about a trendsetter. You talking about somebody who literally changed the game. They got right out of there. Not because of no guns and no AI wasn't even doing that. They got him out of there because of I practice. Do you practice? They made a big thing and got him out of there. So that's my fear and everything, right? You don't want to get to a point where you're such a big distraction that it's a negative connotation that comes to you and around that organization, So you just don't want especially his age, and especially what's going around now. Right. Especially what's going around now. Especially what's going around in Memphis and in these inner cities who need that face. They need Ja, right?
Yeah.
That because he's their coach, right? So if he can turn that light, right, and just turn it the other way, right? And I ain't telling you to go out there and pray to the gods and do all that. I'm telling you to be yourself, be a basketball player, be swaggy, do your dance.
Right.
My son do the gritty. So they taking some type of positive from it. My thing is, let's just use that big old light, that big old platform you got, Ja, and let's just use it in another way. That's all.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How surprised would you be if Memphis moved Ja in the offseason?
That's the next. I mean, that's I wouldn't say that's going to happen now, but that's usually the next steps. You see a coach leave, right? Anytime we're in the locker room, we see a coach get fired, players get to looking around. Damn, what's somebody next, man? Then it becomes player.
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I have my sources in the NBA. I'm not gonna disclose those sources because they probably wouldn't tell me anything else at this point. And Pat and I could tell you. I can see Ja coming down here to Miami. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you who told me, and I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. So if it does happen to happen, later on in the future, just know you heard it from me first. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if y'all got anything that they want. Y'all gonna trade them Bam? Y'all gonna trade them Tyler Hero? Because that's the only pieces that y'all got. They're not gonna give you y'all best player. You got to give them something comparable.
Right.
Ocho.
I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm just telling you what I know. That's it.
Because the reports are Nico Harrison. He reached out to Minnesota. Ant-Man, is he available?
Absolutely not.
He reached out to Milwaukee. Is Giannis available?
Absolutely not.
Nope. So,
yeah.
But at that point in time, he's like, hold on. We're probably doing too much calling around. This is going to get out. Yep. So now, Pat Bev, we got to hone in. Okay, our next move got to be our best move. Hey, he called LA. Rob. Hey, man, how you doing? Yeah, man, I'm good. What you think? You think we can get Anthony Davis off you for a Luka?
No. The language was different. The language had to be like this. Hey, ring. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Pat, what's going on?
Hey,
man? How
I'm
you
good.
doing?
Check it out. I got something for you. I'm about to give you a Ferrari. You give me back a bag of potatoes.
Come on, Pat.
Matter of fact,
you could at least.
Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie to you. A bag of potatoes with a hole in the bottom because you giving me damaged goods.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Damn, Pat. At least you could have said a
man,
business,
you giving me
Pat.
damaged goods, man. I got my goods. I couldn't even eat my goods. I can't play my goods. I can't cook my goods. My goods ain't available.
Right. Damn.
But I see you in LA. You driving Ferrari, Unc. You doing me like this.
Top down, yeah.
And now they looking at me crazy, talking about fire me. No. We ain't gonna do that. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. Not here. Not here.
But you know what? Because here's the thing. There are certain people you don't even call and ask about. You're not even calling Boston asking about Jason Tatum. You're not even there are certain there are certain people you won't even call. So the mere fact, Rob probably said, hold on. You would really consider trading Luka? Because Rob is thinking like, hold on. You're not calling Golden State about no Steph. You're not calling OKC about Shea.
They're not answering the phone. They're not.
You're not calling Denver about Yoke. There's some things you don't even pick up the phone and call. There's some things, like when we were growing up, you wouldn't ask your mom, dad, or grandma. I wouldn't even bother because I already know
answer no.
Feels.
Every time. Listen, hey, you getting ready to go in the store with your mama? Matter of fact, she tell you before you even get out of the car, when we get in here,
don't you ask for nothing.
You ask for nothing.
Don't ask for nothing, and you better not push that buggy up on my damn heels either.
For real. I mean, that was a game thing.
Hey, Ocho, we pushing the buggy, and all of a sudden they
stop,
and you not paying attention. Boy, I did not tell you.
You hit that lower calf, that Achilles.
Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. My grandma, listen, I never forget. You know about Zares? You ever heard of Zares before? Oh,
yeah.
Man. Pat, I done ran into my grandma, into Achilles, not paying attention, pushing the buggy, and she done stopped abruptly in front of me, and I had no idea. Ran into the back of her, and she didn't even look back at me. She just cool swing without even looking back, because she knew exactly where I was at. Oh,
Right
man,
upside the head.
right upside the head. Boy, that's memories right there, boy.
Yeah, you can't ask for nothing. Like, don't ask for nothing. We going here, so forth, so on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how did you? Hey, look.
Why we gotta go?
I didn't get your feelings on this because you know you the way you handled this was very 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 perfect. You had two friends kind of get into it a little bit. How that feel?
Who that? LeBron and
man, I know
Stephen
that
A?
put you in a little pickle, man. I know that put you in a pickle.
Pat, man, look here. Stephen A is Stephen A. LeBron felt that Stephen A crossed the line because he questioned him as a father. You're not questioning Bronny's skills. You're not questioning my skills. You're questioning, saying I'm doing damage to my son by having him play. Bro, he's the 55th player. I mean, there's only 60 players selected. They make it seem like they took Bronny in the lottery. Right. And plus you have to understand, the man had a major medical issue. Give him some time to recover from that. Now, if in 3 years he's still melting around, okay, it is what it is. Maybe he's a career G leaguer. Maybe he's a serviceable role player. But for me, once it tells me a lot for LeBron to do what he did, because LeBron has swallowed a lot of stuff for 22 years. For him to approach him in a public setting during a timeout of a basketball game lets you know just how upset he was. He said what he said. Stephen A said he understood. Cool.
Yeah.
The problem that I had with Stephen A, and I told Stephen A this, bro, you should have left that alone. Once you say you understood it, but when you made the rounds and you said what you said on Gil's Arena and you went to other platforms and then like you added yeast to the story, that's why I was out on it. I mean, Stephen A, my guy, we talk about a lot of stuff, not just, first take stuff. We talk about a lot of stuff and he's helped me, given me some good advice, and I like to think I've given him some. I just wish whatever happened that Friday night or whenever it was, that would have been the end of it.
We made a good case on our pod. We made a good case. People should be judged case scenario, right? Right. Talk about the talent, right? Right. Talk about me not being good. Talk about criticize me, right? But don't criticize me because of who my dad is. Right? Like you say, I'm 55th pick. Ain't nobody talking about these two bum ass motherfuckers that was number 1 and number 2.
Exactly.
That's losing every game. We don't even know. Look, we talk about Bronny so much. People forget that he was the 55th pick. People forget who the first 3 picks were.
Hell, I couldn't tell you. I mean, hardly any of the picks.
My point exactly. You feel me? So like when you dealing with that, right? And one thing I like about the James family, the way they take the criticism is absolutely. Everybody
ain't built for that. No, Pat
remarkable.
Yeah, but also, Pat, you got to understand how long they've been in it, how long they've been in. So really, after this long, you got to think the pressure's been on LeBron since what? Coming out of high school.
Since he was a junior in high school. He burst on the scene when they put him on cover on Sports Illustrated, said the chosen one.
Yeah.
So he's 40. He's 40 now. He was 16 or 17 then. So that's been 23, 24 years. For damn near a quarter century, he's been in the public eye.
Yeah. So
and so it's just like any parent. If you're in a situation and you can help your child, who doesn't? We see these CEOs and presidents and these owner companies. What did Jerry do? All of his kids, ain't nobody say nothing. Well, Steven ain't qualified. Charlotte ain't qualified.
Yeah.
As a parent, that's what you do. You try to put your kid in the best situation. And then it's up to him to make the best of the situation that we got.
We got the blueprint from them. That's what we got the blueprint. Oh man, I see these CEOs, they doing this, man. Okay, man, this person deserves this job, but they go hire Cuzzo over here. Cuzzo ain't really did nothing, but they still go hire. Okay, cool. We sealed all that thing. So let's do same thing, right? I mean, collectively, longevity, you talk about legacy wise, you have to get the mom a lot of credit because it starts with her and it trickles all the way down, right? To Miss Savannah, it trickles all the way down. You have to give that family a lot of credit. They've done a lot, and to still every time you see them, for them to look so royal, so like with so much royalty and handle themselves with so much class is really impressive, especially coming from the black culture, especially coming from the black culture.
And this is how I know. This is how I know. Not only the James class, the James family is class personified, but LeBron James as well, Pat. Because you think about his accolades, his achievements, and what he's been able to do since coming out of high school. The pressure being on him being able to take it all this time and reaching a milestone of being the highest scoring NBA player of all time. And the fact that when he hit that 50,000 points, in whatever game that was, I just wanted to show you because the rest of the chat has seen it. Some of the other people that have been on here been able to see. Unc has been able to see it. LeBron gifted me the 50,000 ball, the 50,000 point ball, and I just wanted to show it to you. Just check that out.
You sure?
Yeah, that's
Hey, I was on the Lakers when that game happened.
Yeah, this is the ball right here.
You'll turn it around a little bit. No, that ain't it. No, you ain't. No, that ain't it. I ain't play with that ball. I ain't play with that ball. Yeah, I scored 2 that game. That ain't the ball I scored with. That ain't the ball.
Pat Bev, what's going on with you, Lou Wills and Brandon Jennings? You posted today that you kicked their ass in a one-on-one tournament.
Yeah.
Lou Williams, Jeff Teague, Brandon Jennings, Ty Lawson. Every one of them mofos know you get on the court with me and I'm gonna dog y'all.
What you say? Low 5, high 5, patent 5. What you talking about? Yeah. Hey, no, but so you got to understand, like, for me, my role coming to the NBA was very different, right? I've been on the team with Ty Lawson, right? I've been on the team with Lou Will, right? I played against Brandon Jennings. So 5-on-5 segment is very different than a 1-on-1 segment, right?
Yeah.
I'm able to practice against these guys, and I'm the guy that, man, I can't shoot anyway. I got to play defense all the time because I got to say y'all ass anyway. So, okay. So they know what I bring to the table. Like, that guy in practice that no matter you suit up with you, man, he gonna give me hell every single day. He ain't gonna let up, right?
Yeah.
Right. Or if y'all, in my case, y'all probably was the guy that didn't let up on people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how it is with me in practice. So, like, I know coming in the dough, like one-on-one in the dough with me, like with me, I'm a different animal. Like I don't stop chewing. I keep going. I keep going. I keep going. I want bone. I don't want flesh. I want bone. I want meat. I want gristle. I want veins. Like yeah, I get wild when I'm in that cage, So
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Since you really got you got that it factor, you got that, obviously, most of us, we call it that dog mentality. It's not something that's taught. It's already in you. You already got that. So I'm just curious. You talk about playing them boys. If you and I were to play one-on-one, knowing that we both kind of think alike and we cut from the same motherfucking cloth, you would think a game to 11 you could deal with me?
Yeah. Not like see, look, my fingers doing something. I don't even know what they're doing. Look.
Right.
but not like just because like you play a different sport or whatever. That's not the case. Just the case that I will die out there before I lose. Are you willing to do the same?
Hold on. I'm willing to die about a lot of things. Like,
okay.
Listen, let me tell you something, Pat. Let me tell you something about me, right? I owe Unc $5,200, right? I ain't paid Unc money in about 7 months because I'm willing to die, Pat, before you get a hold of it. Pat, I'm willing to die by that $5,200. You hear me?
This ninja crazy. He gonna talk about I owe Unc and I ain't even paid it, and I ain't thinking. Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
And man, you got to think.
You about to talk this man up on the ass cut before you get on the court.
And on the side. hey.
Chat, y'all heard this man? This man be talking about all night, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna run your money when we get to Baltimore. Now he getting to it with Pat Bev, talking about he ain't gonna pay my money.
I was using it as a small example. Now I'm gonna give you your money anyway. I would tell him, Pat, I'm trying to give him an example of how, like, I'm willing to die about not giving it, but I'm gonna give it to you. So I'm trying to get Pat.
You sure
I'm trying to get Pat to understand, like, I'm really like that too. And if you're willing to die by that, I mean, shoot, we on the same page.
Right, yeah.
I would really love to schedule a one-on-one between us. I'll come to you. I'll spot you 5 to 11.
Who, me?
I'm talking. Ain't no Allen here. I'm talking to you.
No.
Yeah, I'll spot you. See, this is the thing. You play professional basketball. You have yet to see me play. I averaged 56 in high school. I was supposed to go to the NBA, but I got in trouble. I got suspended. I got kicked out of school, so I had no choice. And I went to a school that only had football, so I was forced to do that. You hear me? So I got the skill set, and I could transition into that. And if I need to get back to what I normally do, and that's putting belt the ass on the court, you could be the first one.
So with sports, and I think we all know this. With sports, it's the major component that's always important, and that's conditioning.
Right, that's me. Right. I'm conditioned.
Conditioned. I just played a game a month ago in front of 7,000. 18, 5 and 5.
Okay.
They screamed another language over there while I'm playing. I'm back my way. I'm backpedaling on the way back like this.
Right.
Okay. So conditioning is a part of it. Mental conditioning is the most important part of it. That's what they don't teach you. That's what you can't get at the gym, right? That's that stuff. I'ma just lift and keep doing this rep until all my muscles burn, until I feel a burn that I ain't never felt before. And then when I feel that, I'm gonna do some more. Like that type of I get wild.
Okay, let me tell you something about my kind of conditioning.
Yeah, I get wild.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. I say I get wild.
All right,
I get wild.
I'm gonna tell you about my kind of conditioning. All right, my conditioning. I play soccer. You hear me?
Hold on.
What that is?
Hold on. Let me write it. Let me write this down because I like to be ahead of my enemy.
Write it down. I play the striker. You hear me? I play the 9. I play 45-minute half straight with no break, running full speed. You hear me? That's fast. That's no breaks, no timeouts, no commercials. 45 minutes. That's 2 halves of those. Okay? That's part of my conditioning. Then my physical and mental conditioning. I take these right here. These called roast bars. Now, this kind of conditioning I do at home.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know, Pat. He popped one of them. It might be over.
These. You hear me? I put Chan Cam, put her through the mattress. You hear me? I make sure she touch every corner of the wall. I put on the ceiling fan, and I tie it to the ceiling fan and make it go around in circles. That's the kind of condition I'm talking about. You ain't built like this.
Won't be no posted up, Pat.
I won't be no
shooting up and
post
jumpers.
Up who? Man, he too little, man.
Hey, Pat, shooting up and jumpers. Don't turn your back on him. I just saying. That's what I said. Hey, Pat, let the 3 go.
Hey, boy, Pat, I love you, boy. Man, this is a pleasure, man.
But those guys, man, they know, those guys, man, they just, I get the text. Like, it's funny because I get the text from guys like, yeah, man, let's keep running it up for the media. And in my mind, I'm like, no, I'm dead serious.
I
ain't doing this because no media. I'm dead serious. I bust all y'all ass. For real. Like, and we could do it with cameras, without cameras, however you want to do it. You feel me? How you want to do it? So yeah.
Hey, Pat. So let me get this. I get a sponsor, and I'm gonna put 50,000 on the line. So you, Lou Will, Ty Lawson, Brandon Jennings, 1-on-1, winner take all. Who taking the money?
I'm gonna say this. You will be not an intelligent man to bet against me. I tell you that. Don't bet against.
No, we gonna put it down. The winner get it all. The winner get the whole 50,000.
Matter of fact, add 5,200 to that 50,000.
Nah, we ain't fit that.
Hey, no,
boy. You ain't fit add a mofo thing of mine to it.
Hey, listen, I know it's cap. When I tell a person, come on, let's play 100. Let's play 1-on-1 for 100,000. You go to your chase. I'm gonna go to my chase. I'm gonna take out 100. You take out 100. Don't nobody got to be there. We'll play. I guarantee all of them will say no.
I don't know. Hey, Brandon Jennings,
Hey, no, hey,
How
I
long?
got y'all. Matter of fact, I got something even better for y'all. Right?
What that?
Y'all both know. Y'all say y'all got sources, and y'all both
Yeah.
know people that's in basketball.
Yeah.
Ask them. Just ask them. Hey man, look, if one of them suited up with Pat, because you know we don't really know, but if one of them suited up with Pat, how the outcome would be? Everybody will tell you the same. Like, man, yeah, they can play, but boy, Pat different. He different. He different. He different. He different. He just different. He not gonna stop. He's still working out. He's still playing basketball. Like Pat different. He different. Yeah. So that's all.
Are you trying to, hey Pat? Are you trying to come back to the NBA? Or are you cool with
You
where
know
you are
what?
now?
I lie to you and say I don't want to come back to the NBA. Right? I lie to you and say that. Like you're a basketball player. You want to keep playing. You want to get a game anything you can give it. You want to get a game everything you can give it. You can play. I still can play. I still got a good 3 years left in me. You feel me? We just got a couple calls if I want to decide to go back overseas and play. So like basketball is always a door open for me. But again, we speak about longevity also, which is important. You
Right.
know, I've done a good job, take care of my body to still even be in this position. So yeah, if that opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna be Mr. 94 feet to be ready.
So, in other words, in your clause in the overseas, you can opt out to come to an NBA if an NBA team offer
Correct.
you. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's been a fun ride. I've been doing this for 17 years. Right. I've been doing this 5 years overseas. I done seen the whole world, man. I done seen Italy. I done seen Russia. I done seen Israel. I done seen Greece. I done seen so many different countries, right?
What's some of the best souvenirs that you brought back from the countries? Because I know you got to bring something back because Russia and Italy and Israel and the Greece and Turkey, all the places you've been. What's some of the best souvenirs that you brought
You
back,
know what?
Pat?
I'll just say my mental ones, right? The people I've met through my journey, right? The coaches I've had, because you know the European coaches are very different than what the NBA is. The friendships I have, right? The restaurants that I can go back in Israel right now if I want to go to, and it look exactly the same, right? I'm able to bring my mom,
Mm-hmm.
shot glasses from different countries. Just, she don't drink at
Right.
all, but just to have something that, my son brought me this. So like, I mean, this ride of mine, you talking about 12 years in the NBA, 5 years overseas, man, 17 years pro doing it, inner city kid from Chicago. Motherfucker, you got to think, John Shire, me and Derrick Rose, we all the same class. I was the third best. I was the third best player in that class. I was the
Mm-hmm.
last. I'm the only
What?
player still playing basketball.
Yeah. John Shaw, the coach at
John
Duke?
Shire, him, me, Derrick Rose. I was the third best player out of all of them. I'm the only one still playing basketball.
Wow.
Huh?
Bet y'all didn't know that, did you, chat? Wow. Pat Bev, you're 12 years in the NBA. You played with a lot of
Mm.
great players. You was on Philly. You played with Embiid, and you was with LeBron and AD, and you was with Kawhi and PG and James. You played with James Harden. You played with some of the great, all 75 players. If you don't mind, what were some of the things that you would think that kind of made them who they are, what they are?
LeBron, I'm gonna start with LeBron James because he has to go first because he was probably the biggest impact in my career. I met LeBron when I was a rookie in Miami, and he really gave me the blueprint of being in the NBA and what it's going took to stay in the NBA.
Right.
He just did all extra shit. Like, okay, we sprinted with the Miami Heat. He fucking Pat. Let's do 5 more sprints. I'm a rookie. What I'm gonna say? No, LeBron James. Okay, we doing a sprint. He don't want to do regular sprints. He want to touch the wall. You feel me? Yeah, it might be nothing. It might be an extra little 2 feet, but those extra 2 feet add up over so many more times. Right.
Right.
With James Harden, I seen his ability to take the game of basketball and make it okay. How can I cheat the game? When I say cheat the game, like how can I get to the free throw line 20 times? What's the gray area into that? How can I use my IQ when my athleticism falls and still be an elite skill player, right? So I learned pick and roll, isolation, the amount of time it takes to get from an ISO to from a switch. Then I go Kawhi Leonard. I've never seen anybody in my life work out like him on the basketball court. Right. As basketball courts, basketball players, you rep it. You know, you might shoot 5 spots, you might shoot 7 spots. I'm gonna shoot 5, the corner, the wing, the top of the key, corner, wing. I'm gonna shoot 5 spots. Him, he different. He shoot 9 spots. When you shoot 5 spots regularly, you make 10. With him, he make 20, 29 spots. And it's not surprising to me when he plays sometimes that he gets hurt. Yes, he gets hurt because he's putting in so much extra work on a basketball court.
Wow.
I've never seen a player work out like Kawhi Leonard in my entire life of being on this earth. His workouts are simple. They're extremely hard. They're extremely hard. I'm talking about make 29 spots, make 20 another 9 spots, make 20 going left, 5 spots, make another 20 left, 5 spots. Your arm's so tired and your mind's so drained, like I done got up 1,000 today. We're going to do it again tomorrow, Pat. 2,000. Yeah. We're going to do it again tomorrow, Pat. 3,000. We had 6,000 makes in a week. I say, man, this man's different. He's different. Yeah, you miss the gang winner, you got to make 20, you miss 20, you go back down to 15. I'm talking about when it comes to like, and it's not a lot of ain't no joking in the locker room, ain't no a crew full of 8 to 10 people, ain't no cameras. It's me, his homie, my homie, 4 people. Homies rebound. Let's work.
Wow.
So what he did, and everyone knows, but y'all know, right? With that amount of work you put in, yeah, you know, you might be hurt. It might not show up this game, but in the playoffs, he shows up every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. So I was able to have some really good vets, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I had some motherfuckers that I was like, yeah, let me stay away from him. I'm cool. You feel me? I done have best. They walk in there with flip-flops on. Game starting an hour. They walking there with flip-flops on. Okay, cool. Okay, next 2 years they out the league. Okay, cool. Yeah, Pat, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. So I had the best of both worlds. I was able to see people with big names get out the league, and I was able to see people that stayed in the league without big names. I ain't never averaged over 10 points a game. I played 12 years in NBA. I missed the playoffs once.
Wow.
I got drafted 42. I got drafted same draft Steph Curry draft. They took 19 point guards. I was one of them. Earn keep. Earn my keep, Unc.
That's it.
I made over $100 million in the NBA, man. Unc, I earned my keep.
You recently made some critical comments about the Sixers wasting opportunities. If you were the GM of the Sixers, you got max contract Joel Embiid, max contract Paul George, max contract Tyrese Maxey. You're the GM. Pat Bev is the GM of the Sixers. What are you doing this
offseason? It'll be tough. It'll be tough for me again because now I have damaged goods. All those players you named, they ended the season hurt, right? So now I'm doing a deal with a team. It'll be tough for me to even get that off. They didn't play well, they underperformed, and they hurt. So yeah, I'm giving you Unc that red Ferrari. It ain't a red Ferrari no more. It got a little dents in them. The little paint is chipped a little bit. The muffler hanging back on the loose. It ain't the red Ferrari no more. I don't think you want to drive it. I ain't gonna lie, Unc. I don't think you want what I got to give you. Right. Now we got to overload. We got to add some first rounds. We got to add some second rounds. I think they put themselves in a position to either be really good or to be really bad.
Well, I mean, when you got the contract, Joel Embiid, you got 3 years coming at $193 million. You got Paul George, he's gonna pick up that 5th year option. Duh. He's gonna pick that up. So basically you got Paul George for another 4 years, excess of $200 million. Tyrese Maxey, I think Tyrese Maxey he's gonna be an all-star. He's phenomenal. But I just don't know what you're gonna do with Joel Embiid with his injury history, with his age, and that contract. Paul George, his injury history as of late, his age, and that contract. What could you possibly do?
You know what? You gotta let it play out one more year, right? And then, like we said, with anything with basketball, the first person to go on ain't the player, it's the coach. Right? And I played for Philly. I played for that beautiful city, Unc. I played for Nick Nurse, right? I played with Joel. I know how nice he is. I played with Tyrese Maxey when he got most improved that year. I know how good he is. But you go feel a lot of pressure from that city. Y'all know Philly. Philly a different city when it comes to sports. When it comes to sports, Philly take they sports to they go to sleep with it. They go to sleep with their sports. They drink coffee mugs. They got Phillies cup. They sleep, they wake up with their sports. If you don't do something fast with that, no matter what it is, and don't do the wrong thing. And the wrong thing is get rid of Joel. You get rid of Joel and this don't go right. Yeah, you talk about losing for a lot of years.
Right.
But if you get the right doctors in, you get the right medical staff, and you get the right locker room pieces around them, that maybe you guys don't feel hurt. You feel me? Yeah, maybe you guys. Unc, I ain't gonna lie. If you got 10 games to go, right, and you need to win 7 of them to make it to the playoffs, that knee that was hurting, it don't feel that bad today.
Right.
But if you got 10 games to go and you got to win 11 of them, yeah, I'm cool. I don't want to play tonight.
Right.
It's just different, right? They need a coach. They need a coach. Anything with that involves winning, regardless if it's a company, it's a football team, it's a basketball team, it's a karate unit with 10-year-olds. You need culture. You need culture. In order to be good at anything, you need the right culture. And this year they didn't have it.
Pat, I look at Ocho and we had a discussion, and I said I looked at it like this. Joel Embiid ended the season. He played in the postseason, but basically he was on one leg. Why not have the surgery on the leg or rest the leg if surgery wasn't required? Why go to the Olympics? And I understand the Olympics, America has done so much for Joel Embiid and his family. It's made him rich, but wild is beyond his dreams. But he had a talent. He parlayed that. I don't get going to play for the Olympics. And if I'm the Sixers, I'm not going to allow Joel to play because I got $200-300 million tied up in you, and you spent the majority of the season injured. Do you think he should have played in the Olympics? If you're Josh Harris and you own the Sixers, are you allowing your injured player who injured the season, the last part of the season and in the postseason was injured, are you going to allow him to play? Or are you going to say you need to have surgery or you need to rest to make sure you're healthy for the 76ers?
So throughout that whole year, they knew that the team came up short the year before. So being around the NBA at that time, you heard a little chatter, right? You hear a little chatter. Damn, Joel playing? Damn, KD playing? Damn, Kawhi, you playing? Steph Curry playing? LeBron said he playing? AD, you playing? Like you start hearing about it. And now it became not everybody playing, all the top dogs playing, right? You didn't want to miss a seat on that bus because what they did, they go down in history, right? They go down in history. So with that, what the states have done, in his defense, in his mind, he was like, Pat, like, feel me? Like, man, like, my son was born here. Feel me? Like, my son was born here. I'm putting on for the little homie, right? You can't go against that, huh? Right? I'm putting on for my son. So like I thought what he did, the decision he made, I thought it was a fantastic decision, right? I thought him coming up, winning gold, I thought he was gonna take that momentum and go back to Philly because in the Olympics he seemed in great condition. He seemed in elite condition. He didn't seem like, like he was dragging or anything. He looked really good. He was probably one of the main reason he hit the mid-range shot when US couldn't score right there on the right wing. Over Jokic against Serbia.
Yeah.
He hit that shot. That was a big shot. People don't understand. That was probably one of the biggest shots because USA couldn't score. He hit that shot. They go on. Steph Curry do his thing. LeBron do his thing, but they win a game. Like they brung home the gold. I can never fault a person who put on for his country and brought us back gold, Unc.
No, but if you Josh Harris and you got $300 million tied up in him, you can fault him.
Yeah. If you Josh Harris, you looking at it from a whole different beast,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you looking at it from a business point. Yeah, I hear you. I hear that. I hear you. But yeah, we gonna need gold in Philly too. So yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I ain't Josh Harris. I'm glad I. That's a hard job to have. That's a hard job to have.
Cause you shelling out money because here's the thing, and you had what's the GM in Philly? You had him in Houston.
You talking about the GM? I walk on the bus, Unc. I say, "Hey, Darren Moore, you trading me?" No, Pat, I ain't trading you, Unc. I was traded 3 days later.
Damn.
And you know me, I'm 12 years in, so and I know him. He came and got me. You feel me? He came and got me in Europe, so he brought me to the Rockets. He gave me my first contract. So it's my mama know him. You know, so it's different.
So you really can't even be mad, even though he traded. You can't be mad
That's
because
my
he brought
man.
you.
Yeah, it ain't personal, it's business. But yeah, I got on the bus. I got right on the bus. Hey, Daryl, what's going on, man? I see you on a lot of away games lately, man. I know Trey about to go down. I'm getting traded. Oh no, Pat, you cool? Yeah, yeah, Pat, you going to Milwaukee? All right, cool. Thank you. I know the business of it. You feel me?
Hey, dirty game, man.
But if this thing don't work out because he extended Joel Embiid when he didn't have to, it's easy to give somebody else money away, Pat, as opposed to spend your own. Josh Harris looking like, hold on. You brought in Paul George, gave him basically a 5-year deal when it seemed like the Clippers was only willing to go to 3. You signed Joel Embiid when he had 2 years still left on his deal, and you gave him a 3-year extension at a 193.
Yeah. You get
this better
you gave
work
Nick
out.
Nurse the bag. Don't forget about that.
Yeah. It better
You
work
gave
out,
Tyrese
Pat.
Maxey the bag.
Yeah. So you got 3 guys basically on a max contract.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I think this is years out. I don't think this is something that can just turn around instantly. I think they got to fix what's in the locker room, right? If it's a star player, if it's a superstar player, if it's the kid who you draft, or if it's the role player who waving towels, you got to get that. You got to get that culture together. And once you get that together, you can kind of navigate your way through basketball games. That's the easy part. But they got to fix that locker room. They got to fix the culture that organization back. They got to get it back.
Pat, what do you think about guys staying in college longer because
Oh
of
yeah,
NIL?
I don't like that.
Do you think that'll help?
Yeah, I don't
the
like
NBA?
that. That's semi-pro. That's semi-pro. That's all that is.
Right.
Like if you actually think about it and break it down, that's semi-pro. And,
right.
And it's crazy because 3 years ago, everybody crying about, get the athletes, and get the college players, man, they need to get paid. I'm all with anyone doing anything you love. You can get paid to do it. I'm with it. Until it hurts the game. When I watch Auburn play, it felt like, and they end up losing. But in the beginning of the game, it felt like grown man going against teenagers.
Right.
Right. And and I was a kid that had to go through college, 18, 19-year-old. We all know who Steph Curry was in our class. We already know who Kevin Durant. All these guys in my class. You in the 06 class, you took your class serious. You feel me? How am I still in college cooking, and you in the NBA cooking, and we in the same class?
Right.
How y'all older than OKC?
Yeah.
And you telling me like, and people wonder like, man, it wasn't a lot of buzzer beaters. Yeah, because it's grown man playing now. It ain't a lot of one shining moments no more. Remember in college basketball, you know how many 3-2-1, somebody shoot from half. Man, it's semi-pro. Semi-pro, man. And it's gonna hurt the NBA. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna hurt the NBA.
Pat, we're gonna get you out on this one. You being a Chicago native, give me your top 5 players to come out of Chicago.
Man, gotta go D Rose.
Yeah. D Rose, that's one.
Gotta go D Rose. That's off the top. Gotta go D Rose. I'm kind of different, so I'm gonna go. Hey, listen, I know a lot of these people your friends, so what I call Chicago might be kind of different than what people call Chicago. You know, because a lot of people might say they from Chicago, but I ain't never seen a motherfucker walk down the street. You feel me? So my Chicago very different than a lot of people's Chicago. So I'm gonna start with D Rose, right? I'm gonna start with Isaiah Thomas.
Okay,
all right.
That's 2.
It was a guy back in the day. I don't know if y'all know his name was Benji Wilson.
Benji.
Right.
Simeon.
He's the one who started a lot, and he don't get enough credit. I'm putting him in there. Right. Now it gets kind of funny, right? It gets kind of funny. Because you can go Michael Finley, right? You can go Quentin Richardson, Antoine Walker. You can go right now, but I'm not. I'm gonna go Will Bynum.
Wow.
What he did in high school was electric. I've never seen anybody. He's probably the best high school player that ever came out of Chicago.
Wow. Because he averaged like 30 something, didn't he?
He went to Crane. Yeah, I'm talking about I was a kid running up to the school. I'm running up to the school hoping to get in the game, right? Hoping to get in the game. And then I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to it's tough, because I can go Anthony Davis, I can go D Wade, I can go, but I'm talking about the Chicago. So I go Anthony Davis. I go Anthony Davis.
Wow.
But my Chicago different though. That's all. You feel me? Like the other people that say they're from Chicago, it's a 45-minute, 33-minute drive from where I'm at to them.
You got to be from the south side or the west side to
That's
be
all I'm
considered
saying.
Chicago.
That's all. And I don't want to step on nobody's toes because there's a lot of people that say they came out of Chicago, but from the west side of Chicago, only person that I kind of know that went to the NBA is me from Chicago.
Right, I got you. Right.
That's all. So, but if you want to go other Chicago, I'm gonna go D Wade. I'm gonna go Anthony Davis. I'm gonna go D Rose. I'm gonna go Isaiah Thomas. I'm gonna go Antoine Walker. I'm gonna go those guys. Yeah, but if you want to get, in the trenches. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Hey guys, make sure you go follow Pat Bev and subscribe to his podcast, the Pat Bev and Rajon on YouTube. Make sure you go follow. Pat Bev is on Twitter, which is X. What's your handle on Twitter?
Same thing. Pat Bev 21. Subscribe to the pod. Pat Bev Pod with Barstool. Man, it's been great. IG Pat Bev 21.
What's your
Pat
IG
Bev
handle?
21. Real easy.
Guys, make sure you go follow his podcast, Pat Bev with Rome on YouTube. Pat, thanks for joining us, man. We got to get you back to join us, man, for the playoffs.
And I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give me some of that drink, and I ain't the one to beg. I'm the one to buy my own.
I tell you what, I'm gonna send you a case.
Now let me buy my own first. Let me buy my own first. Yeah, let me spend
Okay.
some money. I'm gonna spend it on Corona. Let me spend it with you.
Okay, that's what's up. I promise you. This is the best cognac. This is the best VSOP cognac you're gonna drink. Promise you.
Love that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Pat
That's
Bev, thanks for
Ochocinco
joining
legend.
us, man.
Appreciate
Wish
you,
you
gang.
best of
Appreciate
luck.
you, brother.
All right, boy. Love.
All right, baby.
Yo,
Jack, give it up for Pat Bev, man.
hey, well, that was
Man, he was
that
amazing,
was-
Ocho. Pat Bev
I
was amazing.
enjoyed that, man. That was very, very informative, man. Very informative. It's for me, Unc, and you've been around basketball for a very long time. You understand the game, the intricacies of it much better than I do. But to hear those that have played the NBA for a long time and hear them break the game down and just talk about the game with such passion and enthusiasm, dog, that's it's a joy. It's a joy just to sit back and watch Pat's face light up when he talks about certain topics and certain things. That's dope, man. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. All right, let's transition, get to some football. Kyler Murray says he wants to run the football more next season. Let's take a listen to what Kyler had to say, Ocho.
I mean, like, the people out there that are like, Kyler doesn't want to run or he wants to, like, how do you dispel that? Because I just look at it, it's just part of the offense.
Yeah, I actually, conversations, and I don't want to get too scheme-based about it, but, like, I do feel like I have to run more next year. I'm open to running more next year, just because it's such a weapon. It's such a weapon. It's defense is, it's like when I hand the ball off, obviously I hand the ball off to James. So it's not like, I hand the ball off to Trey. We're a very good, rushing team, which is a great thing. But when Lamar hands the ball off, everybody's like, you take it, you can relax. Josh hands the ball off. You know what I mean? So I think for us, part of an emphasis going into the next season is conceptually on time. I feel like I'm one of the best in the league.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Now remember, there was some coach that played that said he didn't want to run. Now he's saying, and he's right. The most dangerous player, is when he has the ball in his hands. Lamar is the most dangerous when he has the ball in his hands. When you don't know what he's going to do, you pray he throws it. You pray Josh Allen throws it. You're not trying to see any of those guys. Josh Allen, 6'6", 250. Lamar Jackson, man.
Ain't no telling. I like it. I like it because when you think about what Kyler Murray is able to do, I think he's also become a quarterback that He's a dual threat. You know he can play off script. He can pull the ball down and use his legs. But he's one of those quarterbacks who also wants to throw first. He wants to hurt you with his arm first, and then if I have no choice, then I use my legs after. I think he wants to be seen and viewed in the same light as your Lamar Jacksons, as your Josh Allens, and the other dual threat quarterbacks around the NFL. I think that he hasn't had the team success that they have, being able to reach the playoffs consistently year in and year out. But I think allowing him to do that more, being able to use his legs a little bit more to help them out offensively would be tremendous, for Arizona.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Ohio Senator Bill DeMora wants to allow public money. Okay, let me take this back. Wants to not allow public money from going to a professional sports team unless they've had a winning record 3 of the last 5 seasons. The Browns are asking for $600 million from the state to build a new stadium. That stadium ain't gonna get built then.
Hey, listen, based on what he said,
Jimmy and D gonna have to come out their pocket.
Based on what he said, it's definitely not getting built. That's not going to happen. And I think this is gonna be a dome too, huh? It's gonna be a dome, but it's gonna be an outdoor stadium still.
I don't know why in a situation like that, you neutralize one of your greatest strengths, which is the weather.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine putting a dome in Green, but they was talking about putting a dome in Chicago. Right. Why? I mean, now you bring that's the whole thing. How you got the name Monsters of the Midway? You bring them off that Lake Michigan. Let that water blow in and let them freeze. It's 10 below. It's 15 below. Same thing in Lambeau.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know. I don't know. But at times, especially in today's era, you're putting your own team at a disadvantage.
Yes.
You're putting your own team at a disadvantage. So,
well, he want to make sure. He don't make sure.
Hey, that's funny.
They ain't gonna get no state money going to that. A man made a list of things black people take seriously. Ocho, let's check out this list.
Let me see that.
They about to start taking the class for things black people take seriously because this list is the must and more. I'm telling you, because, man, the check, if you mess up on the black person's check, I promise you, they will become a mathematician. They will carry the 1, add that. Hey, I forgot 1 penny. Y'all forgot 1 penny. Y'all playing with me.
That's number
and
1.
Who did the body? That is the most ultimate. Black people will say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all do grandma like that? Why she look melted? Why did they put her in the oven? Why is she on 350 bake? You know what I'm saying? Turn that heat down. They don't even look like grandma. I'll tell you, this is probably when people take off running. Who running? Who running? We don't even say a word to nobody. We just gonna take off and then ask questions later. Ooh, and not calling elders by their first name. There's a lot of people, I didn't know they was their first name. I just knew them as sir and ma'am, mom and dad until I was about 9th grade. That's when I was like, oh, that's your name. Ooh, and if you said what, you was dying and come back to life again.
Hey, I like them.
Yeah.
Listen, the first one is the most important. Obviously, that check. But number 2 for me, his number 2 was cool. But obviously, his number 2 was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was talking about who did the body at the funeral. I like
that's number 3. Know who over there. You call somebody, hey, who over there? Who all over there? We need to know who all over there. Because some bull job I ain't going.
Before that is if somebody cooking and the first thing you ask, somebody gonna ask every time would have been number 2 for me. Well, who cooking the yams? Well, who cooking the greens?
That potato salad and mac and cheese.
I got that. You got to know.
You know what, Ocho? Who did that body? He looked just like himself. How is he supposed to look? Like a horse? I mean, that's him.
Hey, and that's old. That's old folk now. That's old folk at the funeral.
But that's him.
When old folk go to the funeral, they go to the wake and they see the body. That's the first thing they say. Who did the body? Every time.
Yep. Who made the potato salad? We take off running, drinking and eating after people. Remember I told you that, Ocho? No. Oh no.
You know.
Splitting pole. Hey, we buried. Hey, come back around here, man. Well, you will walk back around the pole. You not splitting no pole. No side. We walking on the same side. Can't put the floor in the purse. Big Luther, skinny Luther.
Oh yeah, still.
Definitely can't get no baby no haircut before he won. Can't do that.
Oh.
Call the elders by their first name. Nah. Mr. Such and such. They might not be about 5, 6 years older than you. It's always Mr.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Miss,
ma'am. No, ma'am.
yes, sir, no, sir,
Yep.
yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Absolutely. Can't sweep the tail, being offered a bag after purchase.
Mhm.
I hate when people I got like $70 worth
Yeah.
of stuff. Would you like a bag?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna carry this ish out of
Right.
my arms.
Hold on.
What the hell you
Hold on,
think?
you go to certain places now in certain stores and you buy clothes on, you got to pay 10 cents for the bag. They ask you want a bag.
Yes.
Well, obviously I do because I'm not gonna be able to carry all this stuff out of here, man. What you talking about? Well, that'll be 10 cents. What?
And at some stores, Ocho, if you bring your own bags, they won't bag it. I said, well, no, you go ahead and do that. I don't work
Right.
here. What the hell are you talking
Yeah,
about?
man. Hey, times are different.
And it's like, well, how much this costs? I said, I don't know. I'll stand right there.
Times are different.
Would you like to get another one? Yeah, you can go get it, but I'm not finna walk back over there and get
Right.
another one. Y'all must be think I work here. Y'all work
Mhm.
here. I done did my part. I came to the counter. But yeah, bro, I agree with these.
Yeah, those some good,
Clothes on the bed. No, you can't put clothes on the
those some
bed.
good ones now. Those some good ones. And you saw that. You saw.
Yeah, these are a lot of spot on.
you saw-
Yeah, he did a survey with
Yeah.
us to find out what we don't be doing. All right, Ocho, we're gonna get you out of here on this one. It's time for our last segment of the evening, guys. It's time for Q.
And you saw that picture I sent you to your phone?
I did.
That's from the night?
I
Yeah,
guess.
it was great.
It gotta be because he in that.
Okay,
uniform.
yeah, Freddie Gibbs watching, man. Salute, man. My brother Freddie Gibbs watching the show. He sent that to me. He told me to send it to you. And he said, Lakers in 5.
All right, Music Queen said, Ocho, I was laid off 2 weeks ago and still have to spend money to spend some money to tell you to turn your Mofo Boost mobile light on. You never turn your nightcap light on,
But
ever.
listen,
What the hell?
Hold on. This is the thing, right? Now look real quick. You can see it looks good. It looks good. It's lit up because my room is all black. So if it still pops, and if I turn the light on, then it's going to distort the lighting and it's not going to be clear as you can see right now. You can still see it says Nightcap. You can see the booth presented by Boost Mobile very, very clear. That's all. But look, this is my last.
Turn the light on,
Huh?
Ocho. Them people paying us money. Come on now. Let's be professional. Turn the light on.
What?
When you get to the new place, if you move into the
Yeah.
new place, let's
Yeah,
put the light on.
This is my last night here.
Good. Moving forward, can we put the light
All
on,
right.
Ocho? I don't think that's asking too much. I mean, think about it. You complained about us not having a title sponsor. We get a title sponsor, and they ask us, could we do these signs? Yes. And now you don't want to turn the sign on?
All right, well, you gonna see it's gonna be looking funny.
It ain't gonna look funny, Ocho. Does mine look funny?
Yeah, a little bit. It looked like Harlem Nights.
Man, cut that
I
sign
got it.
on. Aaron Oren says, is Russell Wilson on his verge of playing his way out of the Hall of Fame, or has he done
not
enough
playing.
that he will make it regardless?
He's making it regardless. I mean, what he's done in the past, you can't undo that because it's not going the way it should be now. No.
I think the thing is, look, I don't think Russ is a first ballot. That's reserved. Aaron Rodgers, the Mahomes when he retire. I think he's done enough. Ocho, he's gonna. I don't know. I think he has like over 300
Yes, sir.
touchdowns. He's probably close to 50,000 passing yards. Although 50,000 passing yards, it used to be the
Yeah.
barometer. Now you got guys with 60 and 70,000 with
Yes, sir.
Brady. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. Tiffany Williams says, got my meet and greet tickets for Detroit show. Hope to see y'all all there. Tiffany, you will definitely see us there. Thank you so much for your support. And make sure you let us know, hey, I'm Tiffany. I talk to you guys on the chat and on Nightcap. Let us know. Thank you, Tiffany. We really appreciate that. A 6'8" Aquarius, Crunch and Munch, Captain Crunch, fourth period lunch. Lakers in 5.
That's a good one.
Jerome Kamani, let them know It doesn't matter if it's Puka Nakua, Luka with hookah, or Hawk Tui.
Hey, that's a good one.
Hey, Scooty Puff said, quarter brick, half a brick, a whole brick. Lakers in 5. Kipper Norwood Jr. says, now that the game is over, we have a great chance in the playoffs, and please don't let Kendrick Perkins ever do another Stephen A's list on First Take. Love you guys. I don't know. He left Lakers off. He left Houston off. Now, Houston have the second best record. Lakers have the third best record. And he put, who did he put up there? He put Golden State, he put the Clippers, and he put somebody else over the Lakers. I'm like, man, you high. Tony SG said, Uncle Ocho, if you're the new GM for the Nuggets, what would be the first couple of things doing to give Joe some help? And do you think the Nuggets, he's a Nugget for life still after the coaching change? Bro, they just won a championship 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
I mean, think about it. Nick Nurse won a championship, gone. Frank Vogel won a championship, gone. Mike Malone won a championship, gone. Mike Budenholzer won a championship, gone. Who? Ty Lue? What? Yeah. Yeah, he was fired. Ty Lue won in 16 and was fired in 18. The problem, Yoke has another triple dub. He has 10, 12, 10, and 10. Is that because it used to be coaches made more than the players.
Right.
Now the pendulum has swung. Players make so much more money. And superstar players have always controlled the NBA. This is not anything new. Now the old guard want to make it seem like, oh, these young guys getting players fired. It's always been like that. Go back and look. Bill Fitch and Larry Bird. Go back and look at Paul Westhead, and Magic Johnson. It's always been like this. Nothing's changed. It's now the players just have more power because they make so much money. A guy making $60 million or a guy making $10 million, you can tell who makes the decisions. You just try to be on his bet. You just try to be on his good side. It is what it is.
Damn.
Shanice Palmer said, my sister and I absolutely love you guys. I'm Ocho, and she's even though we're twins, keep doing the great work, great things, guys. We support you regardless. Love all. Shanice, thank you very much. Tell your sister I really like her. Shanice, I'm so on you right now, but you should have put your sister name in there so we could have known who we dealing with. Shanice is Team Ocho, and her sister is Team Unc. We love you guys both. Thank you for your support.
All love.
Manette said, Unc and Ocho, my favorite chocolate duo. Looking forward to seeing you in B-More. I'm curious, what value or principle do you hold most dear, and how do they guide your approach in both business and romantic pursuit?
You know what? I do everything. Oh man, I'm trying to make sure I say it the right way. Well, it's not great. Oh man, damn! I had it right on the tip of my tongue. As soon as I had it, I was like, "Oh, this is a good one." We know when things don't work out, but you meant well by everything you do. It's why you never feel bad. Why you never feel bad because everything you did was with great intention. I'm trying to think if that's the right word. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's something that I always stood and always stand on, where I never feel bad throughout the entirety of my years, especially when it comes to business and when it comes to relationships as well. Since she added that in there as well, I do everything from the heart and really want nothing in return. Like everything is always genuine. Always.
Yeah. In business, just be straight up with me. Tell me what it is. If it's this, it's this. If it's not, it's not. That's all I ask. I don't require a whole lot. I like to be left alone. I'm going to come in. I'm going to do my job. If I call you, I really got a
Right.
problem. If I got a problem, if I call you, I got a problem. Let's address it. Let's handle it. Let's see the best way to move forward. In my relationship, hey, if you don't want to be with me, just tell me. Yep. Gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, absolutely. But if you lived as long as I have, I promise you, you've been hurt. You've been heartbroken before.
Hey, I never forget. That was triggering. Oh man, that was triggering.
You live long enough, you're gonna be heartbroken. And as I said before, when you don't want to end the relationship and the other person does, it hurts you more than it hurts them. Not to say it doesn't hurt them, because sometimes in order to change, it requires hurt.
I got it.
But think about it, Ocho. Shedding skin is painful. But you know why a snake sheds
Talk
its
to me
skin?
now.
Not to change from being a snake, to grow. That's why when somebody crosses you, you don't allow them a second chance. You know, because when a snake sheds its skin, it's not becoming something else. It's becoming a bigger snake.
Hey, let me tell you something. Now you're a little different. I like that story. Now I said it was triggering when you said about someone actually leaving you, and it was triggering because it brought me back to a story I'd never forget. And I was just telling a friend of mine this story back in 1983, and they always ask, like, you know, Ocho, when your relationships have ended all this time, how come you were able to move on with such grace and not be upset or not be sad? And I told him, listen, I've become numb to this stuff because back in 1983, that was the worst pain I ever felt. 1983, I was in elementary school. I would never forget. There was a young lady, and I told her story before earlier, you know, in a few shows a while back. And her and I were dating. And I felt we were in a relationship even in elementary school. 1983, I never forget, North Beach Elementary. I had an eight box of Crayola crayons. 8 box, Every time we sat together and we did coloring, I gave you my red crayon. I let you use my red crayon. So I felt we was together. You told me we was together. New dude named Ted came to our school in the middle of the semester. Obviously, it's not a semester because it's only elementary, but he came to our class. Ted had a 64 box of crayons. So she went from using my red crayon to using one of Ted's red crayons because it had multiple shades of the color red in the box.
Well, you only had an 8 pack.
Yeah, you know, it was only one red crayon. So he had multiple crayons. And I mean, listen, it's a testament to how things are today in this world, because, you know, that girl, I never forget her name. Her name Tina. And that let me know when she grew up, if I only had $50, if a dude with $100 came along, the chances are she'll probably leave me.
Yeah.
You know? So ever since that hurt I felt back then, I've been numb ever since then. Ever since then.
It's tough. Relationships are tough. They're not easy. I think everybody has come to that realization and understand they're not easy. It takes a lot of sacrifice because it's easier to grow apart than it is to grow together. You see, in order to stay in a relationship, you've got to want to stay in the relationship. And you got to be willing to grow every day, because that's a new person. The person that you went to bed with last night is not the person you're going to wake up with today.
Sir.
Are you willing to change? Or, I mean, because it's the days that you don't that you're not your best, and they're not at their best. Because that's a lot of times what happens, Ocho. They're not at their best. You're not at their best. You can say, okay, F this. I'm out.
I mean, you know,
because it's easy to quit. The easiest thing you'll ever do, no matter what it is,
the easiest
to
way
give up.
out is to give up. The easiest way. And another thing, especially for the chat. Listen to me real quick. Y'all probably listen. You might not like the messenger, but my message is always good. You just don't like it coming from me sometimes. Now I got 47 years of experience, you know, doing this, you know. But anyway, most of the time, when you're going through it with your partner or whoever it may be, and things are rocky and you don't know what you should do, let them go. Let them go, because the only way to see someone's true character, I'm talking about their true character and who you're really dealing with, is by giving them their freedom, and they'll show exactly what they really want to be doing. Every time, huh? Give them their freedom. Let them go on about their business. You know, give them some time, give them some space. Because space will reveal someone's true character. Now, I know what you always telling me. I hear what you're telling me all the time, but your actions show otherwise.
I hear better than
Oh
I
man,
see.
listen every time. And I'm not Helen
I
Keller.
see better than I hear,
I'm not
actually.
Helen Keller.
Because what they're telling
Yeah.
you, Ocho, and what you see, that message is
Oh
not
yeah.
aligned.
Yeah.
If I tell you I'm gonna come on a certain
Right.
time and I don't show up, I know what you told me. But when I looked at the clock, that wasn't the time, and you didn't show up at all. Because at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, or whenever the sunset, or whatever the case may be, if you do not want to be with Shannon, just tell Shannon that.
Yeah, don't do that, huh? Ain't nobody finna leave you, man. Stop playing, man.
It's happened. But I like honesty. I like being upfront. Just tell me that, and I'm okay with it. Yeah, for real. It's happened. Man. Ocho. Because here's the thing. A lot of times guys get in a situation and like, oh, that's never happened to me. You're lying. Because the more you invest in something, you see how Luka was emotional?
Oh yeah.
Because he was invested. The more you invest in anything, it used to break my heart to lose because I was so invested. And a lot of times I would have to go to myself, be alone. I would say, hey, I don't want to see you tonight. Well, I just no. And I would just like, I would cry and I'd ask, what could I have done? Why did I not play better?
Okay.
It's the same thing in a relationship. And I replay that because see, the mind replays what the heart can't delete. And I ask myself, what could I have done differently? What could I have said differently? Why did I have to respond the way I did in this situation? Why couldn't I be more calm? Why couldn't I be more understanding, more empathetic? And as the more things you go through, you start to realize, like, okay, Shannon, it wasn't as bad as you thought. You could have handled that a million different ways. And 999,000 of them would have been right. You chose the one that was wrong. It was tough. It's tough. I think the thing for me is that because I've been through so much, because I'm a very private person, people don't see that. Because I don't live my life I'm a public figure. I've come to accept that. But I do everything I possibly can to keep as much of my private life private, Ocho. So guess what? I can go through things in private. I can grieve in private. I can celebrate in private. I'm okay with that. I can take my wins and my losses.
Yeah. Private. I like that. That was a good one. That was a good one.
It's
Man, that was good, bro. Shit.
It happens. Cupcake Mama. Good evening, guys. As a public figure, where do you all go to be fully yourselves with no judgment? If your love life was a book, what would the title of the last chapter be?
The title of my last.
Where can I go to be my fully self? Where can I go? Probably if I'm with my brother, my sister, my kids. But I'm only like that if I'm in the privacy of my own home. Because I'm never myself when I'm out in public.
Oh shoot! But you better.
When I'm with my when I'm with my sister, I'm with my brother, I'm with my kids. I'm straightened up because Ocho, it's just so hard because I feel that every place I go, I'm being recorded, I'm being filmed. And I think you have to do that now. And some things you learn a hard lesson. So for me, nowhere. And I'm okay with that, Ocho. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, when I think about it, I'm myself. I'm very comfortable, obviously publicly. You and I are completely different. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, we are on two different sides of the spectrums. You know, I'm very sociable. I'm a social butterfly, which at times has gotten me in trouble. You know, I'm able to be myself in front of crowds. I love large crowds, or I can be, you know, be by myself and be alone and be with my kids. I'm able to be myself with my kids, most definitely. I'm able to be myself um with whoever it is I'm seeing at that time, where there's a certain level of comfort, you know, with said individual. Um, I'm one of the few. Is it outrovert? Is that what it's called? Outrovert?
Who?
Outrovert? Introvert? Outrovert?
Introvert.
No, I'm the opposite.
Introvert is you're an
Oh,
extrovert.
yeah.
You're
Oh yeah.
outgoing.
I'm talking about superior. I mean, people in the chat, if you've met me before, you already know I'm hugging. I'm acting like I know you 30, 20 years. I never met you a day in my life. I'm extremely outgoing. Have a huge personality. So for me, man, I'm at my happy place, man, all the time, especially with my baby.
I'm the most outgoing introvert you're gonna ever
Right.
meet. I understand that blah blah blah, but
Yeah.
Ocho, if I'm in a public
Yeah.
event and I'm talking, I'm going from place to
Mhm.
place, Ocho, when I get home, it's like I played a
Yeah.
game.
You
I'm
tired, huh?
exhausted. I'm
Yeah.
exhausted. I'm
Hmm.
spent. I mean, it's all I can do to take my shoes off, to take my clothes off, to hang them up, put them in the laundry. I'm
Yeah.
exhausted. I'm on a plane, Ocho, and I catch people. They're
Right.
recording me. I'm like, bro.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
I'm sorry.
hey,
Ocho, they asked me, talk about, is that a
right.
problem? I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Hey,
Really? If you didn't think it was a problem, you would have asked me, could I take a picture? That's not what you did.
hey, I play into it. Yeah, I catch you recording me. I'm gonna play into it. I'm gonna walk up on you, tell you turn the camera around and make a whole video. We're gonna make a video together. See, I play into stuff like that instead of, I mean, you and I, we handle conflict and
Nah.
certain situations completely different.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think you just, um, I've learned to accept it, that this is a part of it now.
Mhm.
I've learned to accept a lot of things that people are going to have. I'm going to be the topic of a
Yeah,
conversation. Um, you just deal with it. You just deal with it. I know now, Ocho, what to respond
right.
to and what not to respond to. And people want me to respond. They want to get into a verbal back
Right.
and forth. I'm
Yeah.
done with it. I'm done with it. Because guess what,
Uh-huh.
Ocho? You see that light?
Yeah.
What's
Yes, sir.
behind us? All that stuff that they say about me, it ain't stopped not one sponsor. Guess what? Jordan came here and measured. We got another sponsor. We're going to have a light on for that too.
Hey, you gonna send me
Give us a
one?
week. Not if you don't turn it on. Why am I sending you one? You don't turn
Hold
that
on,
one
you
on.
got to tell me. Hold on. Let me know before I do the measurements tomorrow. I'm putting everything up. Hey, this apartment is empty. Ain't nothing here. I left this here because I still have my internet. My internet gonna be tomorrow. How much space I need to put between the sponsors so I can measure tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, Jordan just measured mine. We'll
Hold on.
see how big it is, and we'll
I
let you
need to
know.
know how many words are in it so I can have everything perfect. I got a big space, so I'm gonna have all the sponsors.
But you don't. But Ocho, you don't know the space that you're gonna have. That you're gonna have the nightcap sign
No,
up
I
yet.
do. It's huge, You got to see. You got to see my new game room, You gonna love it. Hey, y'all, you and Ash and Jordan, y'all got to come down here and visit. I'm gonna cook for y'all.
Oh no, I'm good.
Hey, I'm telling
I'm
you, boy,
good. And so that's the
yeah,
thing. And I've just learned, and I had to learn the hard way, going back and forth
right.
with people, and they got more out of that than I did. So now I just
Yes,
let
sir.
it go.
Well, you let yours go. I'm firing back when somebody says something to me.
You go right ahead. Because
Huh.
guess what? This side.
Yeah.
And all in the sponsors and the
Right.
advertisers, they not
Yeah.
stop.
Oh yeah.
They haven't
Ain't gonna never
stopped.
stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
And she's like, you know what? She's like, Shannon. She's like, tell me what it is that they say that gets you in this space. Say how many advertisers or sponsors have you lost? I say none. Anybody told you they weren't gonna sleep with you because they said this about you? I was like, no. She said, so why the F do you care? I was like, now that I think about it, that's a damn good point.
It is. Yeah, I understand. I understand that point.
You're absolutely right. Not one sponsor have left because they said that.
I feel you.
Women are still very interested. So,
but they still interested?
Still?
Yeah, hey, I didn't wave my white flag. Well, I'm off the market, but I still got somebody for you though. I don't know if you know, and, let me know. I don't want to be too forward, on the show, but I got somebody, they were interested.
Xavier Torres said, Uncle Ocho, love what y'all do. Both are the absolute best. Who would win one-on-one game of basketball? Me?
Hold on. Come again?
Me?
I don't like the fact that you didn't even take time to think about that first. Now you just heard me challenge Pat Beverley.
I don't care nothing about that.
And you think you're gonna beat me?
Yeah, I do. I don't think I know I could. And I ain't shot a basketball. I probably shot a basketball one time in the last 35 years.
I want you to do me a favor, man. Please, until you see me play, please look at the footage first before you answer, because you're answering too fast.
Me? That's what I got.
I like it.
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy. Hey fam, I hope I see Sterling again that Monday after the Masters on Monday. He probably be there. That's like I got to go to the Masters. I'm going to the Masters next year. Because the food is still like when they had it back in the 30s when they first started this. A sandwich is still $1.50. They have not raised their prices in all the years, Ocho.
Now, if we can get the rest of the economy to take after the Masters, we'll be all right.
Nah. But see, when you got those billionaires paying all those dues, you can do that. Because you remember how they pulled out because the one year they had the sponsors, I think they wouldn't let a woman join.
Right.
And all the advertisers, they said, we don't care. They said, don't worry about it, sponsors. We're gonna do it commercial free. Next year, all the sponsors came back. They're not gonna let you hold them hostage. They got too much money at stake. And that's prime real estate, and sponsors understood that. Who are we hurting? We're hurting ourselves. It's like, no, okay, we're gonna go on and do that. Man, that was a great show tonight, Ocho. And we want to thank our very special guest, Pat Bev. Pat, man, appreciate it, bro. You welcome back anytime. Thank you for adding insight, a perspective from an NBA player, what it's like in the locker room, the expectations, the play, the style of play. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Uncle Ocho, Nightcap, we gratefully. No, I don't want no pimento sandwich. I hate pimento cheese. That ish is nasty. Yeah, no, you out of your mind. Ain't nobody's pimento cheese. This episode of Nightcap is brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. I'm Unc. He's Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, All Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you, guys. Thank you, each and every subscriber. Thank you, each and every person that listens, that downloads, that retweets, that talks about us. We greatly appreciate your support because all this, what you see, and all these sponsors and advertisers, and I know y'all see them in every show we come on, we have more. That goes to show you that the advertisers know the reach that we have, and they want to be a part of it because of you. None of this is possible without you. So, and what did Master P say? People are going to try and trick you out your spot, Ocho.
I ain't going to let
Gilly said the same thing. They're going to try to trick you out your spot. Y'all ain't finna trick me out of this right here.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't going to happen. Please make sure you go check out Shea by Laportier. Now, we have it in stock. If you cannot find it in a city or state near you, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be in about 34 states by the end of the year. But right now, I think we're in about 18 to 20. Hopefully, we're going to be in 25 probably by June, July, and then another 6 to 7 by the end of the year. So hopefully, we're in 30 to plus by the end of the year. Now, if we're not currently in a state that you reside in, or if we're not close to a state that you're in, order it. We'll ship it directly to you. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Shay Media. Guys, I want to thank you again from the bottom of our heart. The Webby nominations: Shannon Sharpe, Best Entertainment Creator, Best Sports Creator; Club Shay Shay, Best Creator Influencer Series; Nightcap, Best Sports Show; Best Video Series; Best Live Podcast Recording. That's all because of you guys. We win or lose because of you. I appreciate that. We already know we can't win them all because all these other podcasts, they have fans too. But we have 4 awards already behind us. I've won an iHeart Award, Signal Award, BET Hip Hop Award, Hashtag Awards. That's because of you guys. I can't do this. Doesn't matter how good Ocho and I are. If you don't like the product, we don't become successful. So y'all should relish in the success that we've been able to enjoy because it's you that's lifted us up. The link is pinned in our bio. Please go vote for us. Voting ends April 17th. Check out my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything is restocked. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour went on sale a couple of weeks ago. 8 stops: Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, New York, Chicago, Detroit. We wrap up in Detroit. Tickets can be found on shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. The link is pinned in the chat. Guest lineup is shaping up real nice. Go get your tickets now. Can't wait to see you guys. Pat Bev, thank you again. Appreciate it. Make sure you check out Pat Bev, the Pat Bev podcast with Rajon. Check him out. You can find him on Twitter, X, and IG, Pat Bev. Check him out, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. The Lakers win, clinches playoff spot, one more win, and they're the 3 seed. Lakers win 112-97. Luka was sensational in his return. Very emotional, but he was able to channel those emotions and have one of his better games as a Laker. 45 points in his return as they win. Thank you for joining us again. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. See you tomorrow.
Good night. I love you guys.